Hello and welcome to day 2 of the 5-day online marketing challenge. I am your host, Alicia J of New VA Advice, and today's topic for day 2 is how to figure out where your target market hangs out online. So in day 1, your action step was to fill out the ideal client worksheet and answer the questions that has to do with the market that you're interested in serving to help you really pinpoint who they are and what they do. Now, there were a number of key questions on that worksheet that will help you with today's exercise of figuring out where they hang out online. Now, let me point those questions out to you so that you know where to find them back on your worksheet. One of the questions was noting their hobbies and interests. There was another one where I asked you to note where they go to shop or learn online. And then there was yet another question where I asked you to note where they hang out professionally, as well as where they like to go to have fun and for their interests online. So look at your answers to those questions, and that's where you want to start doing your search to find these people and where they hang out online. So how do you do that? You're going to start searching some keywords. What words did you write down that had to do with those things and that market? Let me give you an example because that often helps to kind of make this more real for you and your business. Let's say that you've decided to target the real estate industry. You want to work with realtors and other people in the real estate industry, offering virtual assistant services to them. So you go online and you do some keyword searches for things like words like real estate and realtors. And then see if you can do some searches to find which social media platforms they are. So you can search directly in the social media platform. And then also type in to see what groups they're in. So for example, you can Google real estate groups. Now, if I was looking at the real estate industry, I would specifically look at LinkedIn and search the groups they have on there having to do with that market. Same thing with Facebook, just because I know that that particular market will very well be on those two places. So you can go in and search for groups that make up that industry that you're interested in working with, okay? Another thing I did want to mention here, yes, this challenge is all about online marketing. It's what I specialized in. It's a great way to get clients, but I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that it's not the only way to find your market. So especially if you're looking at the example of the real estate industry, I can guarantee you that you are going to find offline local networking events and industry events that they have that you could attend. So search for them online as well and really think about that with your particular market. Maybe you'll find them in both places. Maybe they'll be online and offline, or maybe you'll really just find them in one or the other. So no, we're not going to focus on the offline pieces, but I just didn't want to skip that. And like I said, especially if your market were something like real estate, I guarantee there will be some type of networking or industry events in your local area so that you can find them there. Okay, so the next thing you want to do when you've searched those social media platforms and you've found some groups that include your target market, take a look at the rules and the profile information of the group itself and who they accept and what the mission of the group is. Very often what you'll find is for any given industry, they will also allow in people to the group who offer services to that industry because that benefits everyone there. So let me give you an idea. When I was looking to build up my VA business and transcription was something that I specialized in, general transcription, one of my target markets was business coaches. I did my keyword research and I found a really great group on Yahoo Groups that was all just business coaches and at all different levels of their business. So I did read the profile of the group and they were accepting others who offered services to that industry. So I jumped right in there, which was great because it was mostly just my target market. And then there was me, someone who helped solve their problems. So that just gives you an idea of how it can work for you. The other place to look is if you're doing these keyword searches and you're actually coming up with specific people that you're interested in working with in that market and not just, the market in general, look to see if they have a website and then if they have a blog. If they have a blog, great, subscribe to it. That's perfect. We will talk in tomorrow's day on what to do once you do that. But today, the important part is just being aware of where they are And like I said, if they do have a blog, then subscribe to it. So here's another big tip I want to give you today. And it may be controversial to what you're being told, but you do not need to be on every social media platform. Breathe a little sigh of relief, okay? You don't have to be on every one. Where do you need to be? You need to be on the ones, number one, that you found your target market most hanging out on, and number two, the ones that you enjoy interacting on. So if you can't stand Twitter, don't force yourself to learn that platform and be on it if you know that you're not going to make the effort and show up there to make connections. See where else your market hangs out. Is Twitter the only place you found them? Probably not, because there's so many platforms out there now. So those are the two pieces you have to put together. Where do you find them most? And where do you enjoy spending time? Or that you wouldn't mind learning more about that platform so that you can connect with them properly on that platform. So those are the two pieces to look at. And what I recommend, especially if you're just starting out with this whole thing, in order to decrease that overwhelm with the whole million social media platforms out there, start with two. Okay, so you're doing this keyword research, and you're seeing what groups and social media platforms they're on. Start with two. You know, like I mentioned with real estate, if you found a number of LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups and you're finding their profiles come up on those places, great. Stop right there and focus on those two areas. Okay, so your action step today is to do that keyword research. Pull the answers from your ideal client worksheet that gives you hints as to where your ideal clients hang out online, whether it's to learn or shop or to grow professionally, and do some research and find where they are and start joining those groups, or at least make the list and get it going. Or if they have a blog, subscribe to it. And you could certainly keep track of that list however you want and whatever's the easiest way for you. But then I want you to come into the Virtual Assistant Empowerment Facebook group and find the Day 2 thread and let us know. Let us know where you found your people, or if you've already joined those groups, or if you had any aha moments when it came to that, or if you're stuck and you need a little help with this step. So that is your action step here for Day 2. And tomorrow in Day 3, we're actually going to talk about how to make those first connections with those people once you've found where they hang out. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you tomorrow.